In-N-Out Burger is one of the most beloved fast food chains in America. Yet what makes it so fascinating is that it has achieved cult status without going nationwide, without offering dozens of menu items, and without aggressive franchising. Compared to giants like McDonald's or Burger King, In-N-Out is tiny, but to millions of customers, it's not just a restaurant. It's a cultural icon. So in this video, I want to break down how this West Coast burger chain became one of the most successful regional brands in America, and why people line up for hours whenever a new location opens. The story of In-N-Out begins in Baldwin Park, California. Harry and Esther Snyder, a husband and wife duo, founded the company. Harry was born in Vancouver to Dutch immigrants Hendrik and Mary Snyder. Harry grew up in Seattle and as well as Santa Monica. Now growing up, he would work odd jobs to support his family. During World War II, he worked several desk jobs for the U.S. Navy due to his perforated eardrum. After the war ended, he worked as a caterer in Fort Lawton, where he met his wife Esther Johnson. Esther had met Harry in 1947 while working at a restaurant in Seattle, and the two were married the following year and moved back to Baldwin Park, California. Esther was born and raised in Sorrento, Illinois, as the fifth of 8 children, 7 daughters and 1 son to parents Orla and Mabel Johnson. She attended Greenville College and graduated from Seattle Pacific University with a bachelor's degree in zoology. A year later, after they met in 1947, they opened the very first In-N-Out in 1948 across the street from their home. Now back then, drive-in restaurants were popular, but they were also very slow. Customers parked, waited for car hops, and had food brought out on trays. Now Harry saw an opportunity. He designed California's very first drive-thru with a 2-way intercom system. Instead of waiting for a car hop, customers could order directly from their car and have food handed to them quickly. Now this invention may sound small today, but in 1948, this was groundbreaking. It set the tone for In-N-Out's future. Simple ideas which were executed perfectly. Unlike most fast food brands, In-N-Out has always remained privately held. In fact, during In-N-Out's early years, Esther managed all the company bookkeeping herself, creating thousands of pages of handwritten notes and accounts. Harry and Esther's 2 sons, Rich and Guy Snyder, grew up working in the business. When Harry passed away in 1976 at the age of 63 from lung cancer, Rich took over as president. Rich was only 24 years old, but he had already learned every single part of the business. Rich was responsible for much of In-N-Out's early growth. He expanded locations throughout Southern California and emphasized training, customer service, and maintaining quality standards. Sadly, in 1993, Rich died in a plane crash at the age of 41, and his younger brother Guy took control. Guy ran the company for a few years when tragedy struck the family again when he died in 1999 at age 48 from a drug overdose. After Esther passed away in 2006, leadership was passed to Lindsay Snyder, Harry and Esther's granddaughter, who remains president today. That family ownership has been key. It means the company doesn't answer to Wall Street, quarterly earning calls, or outside investors. Decisions are made based on long-term values and not short-term profit. Adding to this, one of the most unique parts of In-N-Out's success is how carefully it has expanded. McDonald's, which was founded just 7 years later in San Bernardino, grew to thousands of restaurants across the globe. Burger King followed a similar path. In-N-Out, meanwhile, stayed put in California for more than 40 years. It wasn't even until 1992 that they opened their first out-of-state location in Nevada. Arizona followed in 2000, Texas followed in 2011, Oregon in 2015, and more recently they started opening locations in Colorado and Idaho. As of 2025, there are a little over 400 restaurants across just 8 states, still nowhere close to being a nationwide brand. Now, ironically, this scarcity is one of the biggest reasons for In-N-Out's success. Because the company hasn't expanded everywhere, it feels special. Let me know if I'm wrong, but if you live on the East Coast, eating In-N-Out on a trip to California is almost like a rite of passage. And if you live near one, then you probably remember the day it opened in your city. The scarcity makes the brand more desirable, something economists call the scarcity principle. By not being everywhere, In-N-Out has managed to feel exclusive while still serving millions. Now, In-N-Out prides itself on this. They operate their own meat processing facilities, bakeries, and distribution centers. They refuse to open a location farther than a day's drive from their supply lines. This means that every burger, bun, and fry is consistent in taste and quality. The trade-off means slower growth, but it's also why customers trust the brand so deeply. Another secret to In-N-Out's success is its menu. When you walk in, you'll only see 3 items on the menu: hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and the double-double, along with fries, shakes, and sodas. That's basically it. Now, of course, I know people in the comments are going to talk about the secret menu, which many longtime fans know about. Animal-style burgers, protein-style lettuce wraps, 3x3 or 4x4 burgers. This has created a sense of exclusivity and insider knowledge, making customers feel like they're part of a community while keeping the actual operations simple. Compare that to the likes of McDonald's, which has introduced hundreds of items over the years. Salads, breakfast burritos, snack wraps, fish sandwiches, and even pizza at one point. In-N-Out has resisted all of that. By focusing on a small number of items, they can maintain consistency, speed, and quality across every location. From the very beginning, In-N-Out has promised fresh, never frozen beef, hand-leaf lettuce, real cheese, and potato-cut in-house fries. They don't use microwaves, freezers, or heat lamps. Every shake is made from real ice cream. This attention to quality has been non-negotiable for In-N-Out. Many fast food chains sacrifice quality for speed and cost savings, but In-N-Out has always gone in the opposite direction, and many customers notice. In surveys like Consumer Reports and the Harris Poll, In-N-Out has consistently ranked as one of America's favorite fast food brands. But for In-N-Out, it's not just the food alone. It's also known for how they treat its employees. The company pays well above minimum wage, often starting entry-level workers several dollars higher than competitors. They also offer benefits like a 401k retirement plan, paid vacation, and opportunities for promotion. This results in lower turnover, friendlier service, and a better customer experience overall. And when you go to In-N-Out, the employees seem happier, and the energy creates loyalty that no advertising campaign could buy. Now, touching on the advertising aspect, that's another unique factor about In-N-Out. In-N-Out barely advertises. There's no flashy TV campaigns, no celebrity endorsements, no billion-dollar ad budgets. Instead, the brand has built itself on word of mouth, organic hype, and a strong visual identity. Think of it, the palm trees, the red and yellow color scheme, and the clean white uniforms. All of these small details reinforce the brand. Even the Bible verses printed discreetly on cups and wrappers add a unique personal touch that resonate with many of its loyal customers. Today, In-N-Out is valued at several $1 billion, with Lindsay Snyder remaining the sole owner of the company. Now, she has promised to never take the company public or franchise locations, saying that protecting the brand's culture is more important than rapid growth. But maybe that's the point. In-N-Out is proof that success doesn't always mean being the biggest brand. Sometimes it just means being the most consistent. So these are the biggest reasons behind In-N-Out Burger's incredible success: an innovative founding, careful expansion, and a unique brand identity. The result is a chain that isn't just a restaurant, it's a cultural phenomenon. But what do you think? Should In-N-Out expand nationwide, or would that destroy the magic that makes it special? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let me know what company that I should cover next.